I'm here in the greenhouse once again. I on my way to work to feed the fish, and I looked down at this pepper plant, and there was a slug in here. Now, this is Central Oregon. We don't have slugs. It's too dry. We don't get any moisture in the summertime. It's just constantly dry here all summer. So we don't have slugs. The only place we can get slugs from is the soil that I get from Walmart, Home Depot, or Lowe's. That's where I get my soil most of the time. That is probably where these slugs are coming from. Right here is one. That is a slug. Yeah. We don't have slugs in Oregon. Central Oregon. We have them on the coast and areas like that. If you look, I'm not sure if you can see with the camera, but you can see the little slimy trail marks that he came over and ate on that bush. Took the top. Now this isn't the same slug because I already threw one out. And when my ducks were running wild before the coyotes came, they ate the slugs out of my garden area, like out of the greenhouse, the raised beds. So this little guy is going to go out in the road, and hopefully the guineas will eat him. I know my ducks will, but I'm sure you don't want to travel that far back to where the ducks are. Although I do have some new baby ducks. If you remember right, I hatched out some baby ducks. Well, I had one hatch, and so I went and picked up a couple at the feed store. So I do have some new baby ducks. So yes, I am not happy about the slugs in my greenhouse. So the best thing for me to do, I'm going to just toss him in with the chickens. These are the black coochins. And hopefully they will eat him. So there's the black coochin. There's two roosters. Now, if you remember right, these hens only started laying here just a couple of months ago. Well, guess what? Coochins, to me, are very famous for going broody. I don't know if you can see these babies, but there they are. They're getting big. They're not the little tiny things they were. I did go pick up a couple of more. They're in another area to where there's a light to keep them warm at night. And I picked up 3 guineas and 2 Americandas. My granddaughter wanted the Americandas, so I picked up 2 of them and 3 guineas. Plus 2 rowan ducks. Rohin ducks. Ducklings. They're not full grown, they're just babies. But back to the greenhouse. There's my ringer washer that broke. Loved that thing. Absolutely loved it. But hopefully these pepper plants will be okay. This isn't a pepper. I don't know what that is. But it's not a pepper plant. It's a weed of some sort. But hopefully I won't find any more slugs. I don't see. Now, the tomatoes are doing really good in the soil here. So I haven't seen any slugs in with them. or in there. I have seen some slug slime in the rabbit manure, but right now I don't see any slugs. I don't see any on any of the plants. So these aren't, and you can see how the figs are really doing. There's that one lemon getting huge. There's more lemons in here too. There's a lemon right there. A couple of lemons there. So we've got a few lemons on here, and plus the blackberries are still doing good, and the strawberries are doing good. The strawberries are getting big. We got one here that's, you can't see him. He's buried between the leaves. There we go. Yeah, you can see that tomato strawberry getting red. And there's several other strawberries in here. There's so many leaves on these plants. But I'm starting to think that maybe these aren't bugs. These are slugs that are eating on this bush. So I'm going to have to go through this whole entire thing. Actually, I need to put this outside, I think. But I don't want to put it out right now. Like I said, we're still having cold weather. Last night it was 27 degrees. And this is the 20th of May. So, and the lime tree is getting big. He's growing quite tall. And I've got to water everything in here again. I have to water everything in here once a week. So what I'm going to do with that poor guy there is take him out, because I don't think he's going to survive. I don't think, since they took the top leaf off, you can see here. There's the top leaf that the slug ate off. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to just replant it with a new pepper out of here, out of this batch here, because we do have several pepper plants in here. We even have another one coming up there. So I'll take one of these smaller ones out and put in that aquaponic pot. And the stevia is doing good, and the chamomile's trying to blossom, even though it's really small. But everything, here's the tree that my daughter got me for Mother's Day. Beautiful tree. And there's that tomato. It's starting to improve a little bit, but not much. I think I'm going to get some other fertilizer and put in there, so it'll do much better. But anyway, yeah, sorry I brought you to the greenhouse once again. I like my greenhouse. I know other people really aren't all that interested in it. So, but I thought maybe I might mention about these slugs, which we don't have in Central Oregon. Central Oregon, this is where we get 100 degrees, 110 degrees during the summer, and like 45 at night in the summer. And then in the winter, we get temperatures in the 30s and 40s and below, minus, also in the wintertime. We used to get a lot of snow. We used to get so much snow that they would build it up in the middle of the road, and then sometimes they'd have to come in with dump trucks and remove it out of the middle of the road because it was getting so high. I can remember going to we went to I can't even think of the name of the lake, Crater Lake. And the snow was so deep, and the blowers would go and blow it off the roads to where it made like a snow cave. and you just had a small, narrow, probably, I don't know, probably a 4 or 5 foot wide space so you could see up through the sky because the snow would come up and over the top of the road, and that's how much snow we used to get. Here lately, the last 3, 4 years now, we haven't gotten that much snow. This is why we're having a lot of issues with the farmers not getting enough water. They're cutting the water off early because of the reservoirs, like Wickiup, and then that's where most of the water comes to the farmers. The farmers in Klamath Falls, I don't even think they're going to get any water this year. They might. I haven't heard a lot about it. I really need to investigate to see if they are. The farmers are hurting. We're all hurting. Food, the cost of everything is just rocketed completely out of sight. I think we have the highest inflation rate in the history of the United States. There's no way that this can continue. Something has to break. And businesses can't continue with this because, I mean, their cost is going up and they're feeding it on to us, so we're having to pay higher cost because they're paying higher cost. Our fuel cost is what's actually skyrocketing most of this inflation. So, you know, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be fun for any of us. And like I say, something is going to break eventually. I don't know what more to say. You know, I'm sorry for all of this inflation. I mean, we are not the ones that caused it. Our new president caused it. And I'm sure, I know I didn't vote for him. So don't blame me. It wasn't my fault. So please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell. It'll let you know when I make a new video. Please make a comment. Push the like button. And hope you have a great day.